everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Summer's almost over, but before I switch into full-on cozy mode, I wanted to share with you a couple of recipes that I filmed in the past month that are a little bit lighter and have sort of a summery flair to them, but honestly, you can eat them all year round. The dessert in particular, I think would be great for any kind of football or sports party you might have coming up. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Now let's get cooking. First up, I'm making my spin on the viral baked feta and tomato pasta. This recipe is several years old at this point, but I honestly have never tried it. So I had all these beautiful grape tomatoes from my friend at our local farmer's market. She gave me a huge bag and I knew exactly what I wanted to do with them. So instead of using feta, I'm using this Boursin cheese. It has garlic and fine herbs and it's just sort of a creamy cheese. I just thought I wanted this slightly milder flavored cheese, but with the savory herbs and garlic as opposed to the really sharp, salty feta cheese. I just thought I would prefer the flavor of this better. And I loved it. Spoiler alert, it was so good. So I seasoned this all with some olive oil, salt, and pepper. And then this bakes at 400 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. So while the tomato and cheese is baking, I boiled a box of cavatappi pasta. So this is kind of a little curlicue pasta, really cute. And I just cooked that according to the package directions. So once the pasta had finished cooking, I drained it, and about halfway through I realized, oh my goodness, I wanted to save some of the pasta water. So I quickly stopped and put a little strainer on so that I could strain out some of the water into a glass measuring cup and save it. Funny enough, I ended up not even using it, but it was part of the original recipe, so I wanted to have that on hand in case I needed it. I wanted to make this meal a little bit heartier, so I added some pan-seared chicken breasts. I took 3 chicken breasts and cubed them up. And then I just put them in a saute pan with olive oil and butter and some Italian seasonings and garlic and salt and pepper and just sauteed them until they were cooked through. So once the tomato and cheese had finished baking, I stirred that all together along with the cooked pasta. And then I sprinkled it with some fresh basil for some added flavor and mixed it all together. There was a lot of juice released from those tomatoes, so it created its own sauce along with the cheese, so I didn't need any of that additional pasta water. But I served this up with the little chicken bites over top and some Parmesan cheese, and it was super flavorful and tasted awesome. Next is this Pig Pickin Cake, and I saw this recipe on a YouTube short from All Recipes, and it just looks so fun and summery and tasty. Right up my alley, very simple and perfect for some sort of potluck barbecue kind of event. So it starts with a yellow cake mix, then you add 4 eggs and a 1/4 cup of olive oil and 1 can of mandarin oranges and their juices. Now I did reserve about a dozen, I think, mandarin orange slices to decorate the top of the cake with. But the inside was still quite moist. It was okay that I took a few of those out. So then I just mixed this all together with an electric hand mixer and then put it into a greased 9 by 13 inch glass baking dish and baked it. For the cake frosting, you combine 16 ounces of thawed whipped topping with 1 can of crushed pineapple that's been drained and 1 box of instant vanilla pudding. I spread this evenly over the surface of the cake and then decorated it with those reserved mandarin orange slices. The presentation of this cake is very cute. The taste is simple but delicious. It doesn't really like wow me as far as flavor goes, but it really tastes like a potluck dessert with that Cool Whip and pudding and the canned fruit. It reminds me of an ambrosia salad or just some sort of layered pudding dessert that you would totally have at a backyard barbecue or something like that. I love it. It really was right up my alley, and it was very easy to make. Thank you so much for joining me here today in my kitchen, and I'll see you again soon.